HCMC stock update today. So almost 2 weeks ago, HCMC lodged its complaint, or rather its appeal against the verdict it got from Judge Batten. And in that appeal, they were saying that Judge Batten shouldn't have paid the debt of regard he did to that FDA report. That they included that report. Obviously, they included it as an exhibit to point out something, to point out the self-serving conclusions that Philip Morris, was trying to make to contradict their assertion that the IQS does not combust. So in the appeal, they went on to say here, the district court erred in dismissing the complaint for failure to state a claim. The district court erred in holding that the initial complaint could not contradict defendants' self-serving statements merely because they were attached to the complaint as an exhibit. As the Seventh Circuit aptly explained, Rule 10C, which is what they are relying on amongst other things, does not require a plaintiff to adopt every word within the exhibits as true for purposes of pleading, simply because the documents were attached to the complaint to support an alleged fact. A blanket adoption rule makes sense in the context of an attached contract or loan agreement because the contract represents an agreement between two or more parties to which the law binds them. And that FDA report is no such thing. It is not a contract. It's not a contract. It's not a loan agreement. It is just a document that probably pretty much was written by Philip Morris. So they are now saying we are not inclined to apply such a rule in the case of letters written by the opposition for what could be self-serving purposes. And they went on to cite some cases here, some case laws here. So the purpose for which the document is offered is particularly important where the document is one prepared by or for the defendant. Such unilateral documents may reflect the defendant's version of contested events or even contain self-serving statements that are unlikely to have been adopted by the plaintiff. Treating the contents of such a document as true simply because it was attached to or relied upon in the complaint, even though the plaintiff relied on it for, let's see what's going on down there, relied on it for purposes other than truthfulness, will be contrary to the concept of notice pleading and would enable parties to hide behind untested self-serving assertions. And then we also went on to cite more cases. So it will be perverse to use defendants' self-serving claims to reject plaintiffs' factual allegations merely because they were attached to the complaint. Okay, so amongst other things, they noted there, they're saying that they used that FDA report to counter the allegation, or rather the assertion, that the IQS did not combust. So amongst other things, that's what they were trying to say there. Yes, Philip Morris is going to respond to that, and you will see a different side of this whole argument that HCMC is pointing out. So, and then moving on, this is also one document that they also mentioned in that report. It says modified risk tobacco product applications. So moving on to what's going on with the stock at the moment, we can see that right now, as things stand in this session of the 11th of March 2022, Philip Morris is down. HCMC is down 20% to 219.8 million shares have crossed the tape, and today as well, the price crossed below the 50-day moving average. So everything looks very much bearish, and it says down here, Hcmc appears to be in a strong bearish trend. Shares are below a declining 200-day moving average, and the MACD is beneath the signal line. It's also lagging the S&P 500. Momentum is strongly bearish. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillators falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. Today's volume is on track to be lighter than usual, with 219.77 million shares having traded so far. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. Okay, the slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so investors are selling shares and driving the price lower, but all in all, buyers are more active than sellers. So at the same time as well, it's almost a month ago that Hcmc announced the acquisition of Mother Earth's Storehouse, an organic and natural health food and vitamin chain in upstate New York. The acquisition anticipated to approximately double Hcmc's annual revenue. So amongst other things, the company is doing its best to dissociate itself, from a company that is well known for what it is doing against another big name. So it's trying to dissociate itself from that, and we can clearly see that that is what they are doing, to a good extent. So that's the update concerning Hcmc, and I will continue to update you. And thank you very much for watching this video.